And then I have the website that's broadcasting. All right, so you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they listening?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a quote. In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. That's by George Orwell, unquote. Our time has come. Freedom is a God-given right. It is not signed to or for or against by any human or group of people. It is yours, it always has been, and it is free. We were taught the government was of the people, for the people. You're to protect the people and the people's rights. But we have learned firsthand that is not the case. We have given a monster power. We have fed the nightmare that has come to rule us all, told what to do and who to be and what to think and who the enemies were. If the government ever wanted to control the people, they should have learned long ago never to teach us about a thing called freedom. That knowledge, that hope, that faith of that freedom is what fuels our journey to resist the New World Order, to fight the enemies of America, use treason and tyranny to take hold of the people. We unite in strength to break free of the chains we've let ourselves be bound in by ignorance that kept us blind. It's another quote by Thomas Paine. He said, "It is the duty of the patriot to protect his country from its government," end quote. What the people have that is so great over such tyrants of control is our passion to succeed, our passion fed by love. Love of ourselves and love of our brothers and sisters and children of the world. A global revolution is taking place. Every day, someone wakes from the deep slumber of nightmares and takes a deep breath into the new world shed by the light of truth. It is impossible to ignore the light that takes hold of the dark, and once the light shines, the mind cannot resist and will never go dark again. There's another quote that I love. Anarchism really stands for the liberation of human mind from the dominion of religion, the liberation of the human body from the dominion of property, liberation from the shackles and restraint of government, end quote. We, the people, demand answers. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "There comes a time when silence is betrayal." The war on terror is a hoax. 9/11 was an inside job. The evidence is overwhelming. It can't be hidden any longer. Mainstream media has failed us. They work for and are owned by huge corporations controlled by the same tyrants that planned such an event. They are participants of murderers, accomplices. They are not to be. And as you know, mainstream media news is and always has been propaganda, a hype, injecting fear through manipulative intimidation to give up our liberties and surrender our freedoms to others who have done nothing for our safety, who in fact have clearly done no more than terrorize us themselves. Daily, more evidence is being leaked about the government's plans for globalization, global governments, and progressing in what they deem their new world order. Genocide and extermination from 7 billion to 500 million, leaving only the elites and the wealthy. Don't know? Research. It's the duty of each and every American to search and hunt for truth, themselves, to stand tall, together, or even when alone. The truth must be heard, revealed, and ever so known to save this nation. For too long has mainstream media perverted the minds of Americans and the world. For too long have we been told to believe our government was here to protect us. This country was founded by self-sufficient rebellions who are the embodiment of freedom.
Hey. Hello.
Hey, Dave.
I think she likes your little thing there.
I know, I see that.
Ella, come here.
This country was claimed by force of the people. I love her. She wants to be on camera.
Yeah.
Do you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say hi.
Oh, don't let her do that. She won't give it back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This country was claimed by force of the people who wanted to remain equal to each other, not controlled by a high government. This country was founded and has always been kept alive by the people who fought to claim this land and fight to keep it. Every American can be a hero. Any American can be a patriot. Quote by Thomas Jefferson. All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent.
Ella, come here.
Revolution starts at home. Global revolution and global unrest is happening now. Around the world, people are waking up from their zombie drone lives and resisting against their machine-like controlling governments. Governments against freedom. Governments for war. Government's not at war with each other, but separating the common man against his fellow brothers and sisters and creating unnecessary war against ourselves. The real enemies to us right now are in Washington, and we must make it known. And that is why I'm here today.
You know, it's too bad there wasn't 1,000 people here listening.
Yeah, I know.
They will be though on this website.
Our military is being controlled by corporate America. There is no enemy in some far lands in the sands in the Middle East. The real terrorists to this country, the real enemies are right here at home, hiring you for their mass genocide plans, exposing soldiers to chemicals and pollution, killing innocents in an endless war of greed and profit. Henry Kissinger even said, military men are just stupid animals, stupid pawns used in foreign policy. We have over 700 bases in over 140 countries. We call people of other nations, countries, terrorists when we march right into foreign nations, intrude, force, kill innocent people. Who is misled here? It is painfully sad to know it is this nation who has become such a monster of the world. Powerful elites orchestrating such horrendous events of selfishness and the addiction of power over other men. Trillions of America spent on money, thrown away to fund war. War is good for nothing except claiming lives and destroying families. It is good for nothing but sadness and painful memories. Violent war has never created peace between nations and never will it. The only reason our nation is at war with any other nation right now is not because the common man versus the common man. It's the government versus the people, and the government unfortunately seems to be winning. Since the common man dies and loses his liberties, yet government grows in power and none have dropped dead to the common man, don't you think something's wrong with that? While people go to war across the sea here in America, rights are being taken away. Legislation after legislation have implemented the American way of life. Unemployment is at an all-time high. We've surpassed records of the first Great Depression. Martial law is being implemented across the United States, and we have already begun to see such events that are sure signs of the new America, its police state. Those in power see numbers. We see people. Ron Paul said, there is only one kind of freedom, and that's individual liberty. Our lives come from the Creator, and our liberty comes from our Creator. It has nothing to do with government granting it. The time has come to rise up and take action against those who ignore us, who chain us, who brainwash us, enslave us, treat us like cattle. Our mission today is true, to wake up those who are still sleeping and remember the smoking gun of 9/11 that woke up many, and remains still a reason people are waking today. Every day, our rights, our human rights, Bill of Rights, rights in the Constitution, because of tyranny is trampled on, spat upon. We are owned by debt. We are debt slaves of the Federal Reserve. We were born and given debt slave numbers, social security numbers, and certificates of birth, clock and time cards for our jobs, working for the Fed, from the moment we're born to the day we die. Tied down for our entire lives by greedy fat cat giants, working ourselves to the bone so a large fraction can be taken out to fund the system that enslaves you. What nightmare are we living in? We are funding murders, wars, killing innocent people over war, profit, and lies. The more they suppress us, the more of us that wait, the more that stand and face the oppression head on. Because our founding father principles taught us, it is our duty to protect our rights, our earthly human rights against oppressive governments, and it is our duty to ask questions and demand answers. We have came here today not just to remember the treason, but to speak to each other out against it, to expose to the sleeping the crimes against humanity. It is time to realize the strength of this nation will not be found by any elected official, but from you, the common men and women, the hope, the resistance. No election will ever elect a Messiah. No tax we pay will support a cause we trust. Every man and woman and child is part of our story, our lives. Some have not yet realized this, so you must remember this day. Use this day as your awakening. Find someone and share that with them your story, your struggle, your plans and mission to bring our liberties back and oppressors down. Share your thoughts of peace and love. The reasons for our duty is all around us. The beautiful world in which we live that gave us life calls out to us to be a better part of it, to share it better than we have been. Because while there is government, there is segregation of the people because of lies and racism, lies of religion, lies that create war. And while there is war, Mother Earth, who lacks the benefit, and because we live off of her, we also lack the benefit. Governments and rulers of people are a thing of the old world and old ways that can just not apply to us any longer. It's been a while since I needed a mother and a father to tell me what to do and how to live. I don't need a government telling me to do the same. There will always be crime in any sort of society. There will always be hate. But hate will come and go because people come and go. And in any society, there will be people of good morals and deeds, and there will also be those who've lost their way. Whichever the case, government, a parliament, a group of people ruling over people is inhumane and unnecessary. When people combine just to divide and create differences in them compared to the world around them, they create hate and they create war. Where must we stand? United. United and unbiased. Unprejudiced. We are spiritual beings living a human experience. So let not the human condition of superficial indifference separate you from unity and truth. I am here because I believe anything is possible. Even the unity through the love of people to save next generations from total enslavement. We are humans. We were born free and we will die free. I'm here because I choose to fight with love and knowledge against my oppression. And I believe in the universe because the universe believes in me. I believe in truth and peace. I believe in new ways, better ways. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed." So demand we will. We will end government of treason, live free or die. Woo!
Nice. Very good.
Man, that was a mouthful.
That was, I enjoyed listening to that.
Thanks.
It's good.
That took me a long time.
Did you write that yourself?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Cool.
I had a little inspiration from listening to people's speeches, listening to Ron Paul, listening to Adam Kotesh.
Yes?
But just, listening to people like that and everything.
We're still recording, so
Oh, okay.
that's definitely good stuff to put on.
Sure, definitely. Looking up to people like Ron Paul and Adam Kotesh, definitely.
So that's where you got your inspiration from, was Ron Paul? And
It really comes from everywhere. I think it's a group effort because of all the people that are waking up. We kind of all do it together.
Right, yeah. Excellent. So
That's what made me come here today. I knew even if there was just one person who was going to be here with me, and if that was just my boyfriend, then at least I was here doing what I knew was right. Because like Martin Luther King once said, sometimes, it's not about, if it's trendy or if it's popular, or is it, political, it's whether it's right or wrong. So
definitely. It's definitely good to stand up. They say a patriot is a scarce man in the beginning of a change.
Yep.
Hated and scorned. What?
You definitely got the voice.
I got the voice? Or she's got the voice?
She's got the voice.
Yeah, she does. Let me just make sure. You're good, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for showing me that. Just leave on my page what it's called, and then I'll have to set that up, because that would be really, I'd talk on it all day.
Yeah, actually, I could do a show. I mean, you could set your own show up too, but
Right.
I could, from wherever you are, I could set you up as like co-host. Sign you on.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So like you could
Well, I'll
actually.
get my friend Melissa, she's down there. I'll have to talk to her later about it, but
Cool.
she'd probably be down. The one that did the interview thing with me.
Awesome. Yeah, we used to. I used to have weekly meetings actually
Yeah.
for a while. Yeah, it just things kind of got.
I think that you were talking to me about that, but between me trying to move, because I was just living down the street until recently.
What made-up group is this? Oh, you.
This is me, Kenny Boy.
I just did like how long was that in it? That last?
I'm going to check it right now.
That was for a while.
About
I did like a
13,
5-minute speech.
About 12 minutes long that one was.
Yeah, 12 minutes. That's
Yeah.
long.